Shalom and welcome to my latest kitchen. Today we are making a vegan casserole, and it has cauliflower and vegan chicken in it. And we're going to be making it with cashew cheese. And this here is the breadcrumb topping that goes on top, made of panko breadcrumbs and vegan butter. I have blended up the cashew cheese, which is made of 1 cup of raw cashews that have been soaking overnight or boiled for about 30 to 45 minutes in hot water. Also with vegan milk. And I'll also include the link to the recipe that I'm using to make this. Okay, and in the recipe that I used, they said to warm up the cashew cheese until it is thick and melty and stringy, like normal cheese. So right now I just poured the cashew cheese into the pot and we are going to warm it up. And so we are cooking on about a medium heat, and it doesn't take long for this to come together, or thicken, because the recipe called for tapioca flour, which is a great vegan mechanism for turning cashew cheese into the normal cheese consistency that we are used to, for those converting from meat eater to vegan. And we're going to let that cook probably for about 4 or 5 minutes, as long as it takes to thicken up. You don't want to cook it on too high because it will thicken very quickly once you do turn it up to high. So about the chicken, vegan chicken that we use is called Daring Chicken. And the only place that I've been able to find it is from Imperfect Foods. You can also find it on its website, but it is slightly cheaper on Imperfect Foods, depending on what location where you live at. And I love this vegan chicken. It's made from soy protein, and that's probably it. Like soy protein, but it cooks like chicken, and that is the best part about it. My husband loves this chicken, so I order from Imperfect Foods. We get our order on Tuesdays. We begin our order on Thursdays. I'll share a link in the description if you all are interested in checking out Imperfect Foods. They have a lot of vegan options. There's another one that I'm going to try soon, called Veggie. They sell only vegan food, vegan frozen food, vegan all kind of foods. I'm going to try them next and see how they are. But that site doesn't sell dairy. This website, Imperfect Foods, is the only site that I've been able to find the daring chicken from. And it is very good, very chicken-like. And you just cook that with a little bit of oil and some seasoning, and it cooks up very well. The cashew cheese, I did have to turn it up a little bit because it's moving a little bit too slow for me, but it's starting to come around now. As you can see, it's more liquidy right now, but it will thicken up. Okay, so we are getting there. This is starting to thicken up pretty good and get like a cheese sauce texture. And so, like I was saying, you don't want to go too long because then it gets really, really thick. So once it starts to bubble, that's pretty much where you want to stop, because it is going to cook in the oven for about another 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. That's depending on how. Yeah, that's done. Okay, so the recipe says to add 1/2 cup to the bottom. But as you can see, my dish is very long, so what I'll do is just coat the bottom with a layer of the vegan cheese. So look how thick that got. That is so thick. It doesn't take long to get there, but you gotta be a little patient. So I'm gonna coat the bottom of this. And then the next step is to add the layer of cauliflower, and that's it for the end of the cauliflower casserole recipe. You just add the topping, the breadcrumb topping on top. But we added some chicken just to give it a little bit of more protein. So that's the bottom layer, and then next I'm going to add the cauliflower and the chicken in a single layer. Okay, so this is my layer of cauliflower and chicken. What I'll do next is add the rest of the cheese sauce. I have quite a bit on top. And then the panko breadcrumb will go on top of that. Okay, so this is the cheese sauce. And now I'm going to put the panko breadcrumbs on. So this is the casserole. I'm going to put just a little bit of seasoning on top, like Italian seasoning. And then we're going to pop it in the oven and come back with a beautiful picture of the final product.